camp. It's so dear to me and like so close to home.
When you step on Double H grounds, you kind of just automatically feel the love.
We're here for a reason, and everyone loves you here.
It's cool to feel accepted like that because it's not something that happens many other places.
Double H Ranch is a year-round program for children with serious illness and their families. So in each season, we're striving to really help provide for our campers and their families a place where they not only belong, but they're also celebrated. Whether that's through summer camp or skiing or our family retreats, Double H is just a place for an entire family to come and really take a break from the struggles of living with an illness.
Double H Ranch really just wants its campers to have a safe place to come and be kids. We teach them that they're not their diagnosis. And out in the world, when people see them, they often are seen as their diagnosis. And here at camp, they're just seen as themselves.
This is a place we can take our son, right, who's with us all day, every day, and it's an environment where we can take him and we can let him be, and he can be himself, not himself with his parents looming over him.
Yeah, it really gives them a place to ground their helicopter.
I think there's a little secret that not everybody realizes in the power of Double H, and that's the impact that it has on the entire family. Obviously, when the kids come to camp, they're having the time of their life. They're celebrated, they're free to be who they are, but also parents have an opportunity to take a deep breath, to relax, and know that their child is safe, and take a little time for them, which I think is so important too.
It's like its own little paradise in like a world that can be so rough.
The kids get to be kids. They get to run, they get to play, they get to have fun. They get to be treated with the respect that they deserve. And that is a level of respect and a level of equality and equity that they don't always get everywhere else.
When you come into camp and everyone as you roll through that gate is cheering, and well, I tear up.
Right when I came off the bus, it's like so many people and it's like so nice.
That's the best introduction to this place. That's what this place is.
The child enters camp, the standing ovation they receive is incredibly special. So from the moment they get on grounds, someone knows their name, someone knows, what it is they love, and is here to make sure that they feel seen and that they feel special. And the staff do an incredible job of making sure that everything that they're doing is helping to build that child up. And I think when a new camper comes to camp, instantly there's a relief. And it's like, okay, these people, they get me. I'm in the right place.
At that check-in table, the family and the camper sits with that nurse and we go through every detail we need to know about that camper and how to keep them safe. Down to they like to take their medication with pudding. So we will make sure they have pudding so they can take their medication. The medical team consists of both seasonal staff, residential nurses who are here all summer. Along with every session, a group of amazing volunteer nurses come, and the volunteer nurses are assigned a cabin and they take care of that cabin the entire session. So they really get to know the campers. In the body shop is where a lot of the medical procedures happen. Medication is stored. The doctors and nurses are doing all of the safe medical behind-the-scenes action here. We like our campers not to think of the medical aspect of the program while they're here. We want them to feel that they're campers.
When anyone has to go to the body shop, it's very much confidential. The whole camp doesn't know about your business. It's just the nurses, your counselors, and your cabin.
As counselors, we go through a week of training right in the beginning, and that training consists of there's medical training, there's therapeutic communication training. We learn about all the different kind of codes, how to use the walkies, how to take care of someone if they're having a seizure, what do we do near the pool, what do we do at ropes.
There's rules put in place to keep campers safe, and we go through it together so everybody has that common idea of we're gonna run this activity in a safe way.
at Double H. Safety is at a maximum, but fun is at a maximum as well.
There is a sense of community that is very quickly established each session, especially after campfire. Campfire is one of the first evening activities that we do, and that's the first big whole camp thing.
The fact that we could all get together as one and just chant songs, do some artwork, run around camp, laugh, play, it really like uplifted my spirit.
When I think about what makes camp so special, I know for me, I'm just so grateful that I've watched so many young men and women grow up at camp, and seeing them nervous and hesitant at 6, and now seeing them at 21 and 23 as a counselor, going out into the real world, just fills me with so much gratitude. And I feel so privileged to have been just a small part of their journey. And I think those are the best memories that I have at Double H.
Camp Inspiration is a session of camp for kids with chronic respiratory support needs. There's a couple of different populations that come to Camp Inspiration. We do have what we call Camp Care Kids. So these are kids with chronic respiratory needs that are in long-term care facilities. There's also family care campers, and these are families that come as a whole, often with siblings as well, and then their child with chronic respiratory needs. It's just an incredible bonding experience for the families, and the hope is that it just makes them feel a lot less isolated, the kids and the families.
If you've ever seen a patient on a ventilator in the ropes course, it's one of the few places in the world that does it. Absolutely amazing.
One of my favorite Camp Inspiration moments that was so special, and it was a young man who has some sensory issues and doesn't like noise. So usually we're out there and we're cheering for everybody. But to make the accommodation for him, we were quiet. And his big brother pushed him on the swing through the trees and just silence. And to see them be able to have this moment, it was just so beautiful.
You're going to be amazed by the things that your kids will learn on their own about where they fit in the world and what they can do.
I went the first year and I came back like a different person in a way. I came back more outgoing, came back wanting to talk to people more, came back knowing more about my condition.
Double H has an atmosphere of energy and joy that permeates everything that happens here, and that definitely carries me through year to year.
Yes! Kids leave camp with a newfound joy. They leave a little happier, but they also leave a little bit stronger. They know they're not alone in this world. They know they're not alone in their disease, which makes that next hospital stay a little bit more manageable.
Whenever I look down, like if I'm in a hospital and I'm getting poked, needles, medication, all that stuff, and if I get scared, I just look down and I remember I have a courage bracelet. I have courage, camp helped me get courage, and I have it on my wrist and I can just look at it and be like, I can do this, I can get through it.
Spencer and the other kids who come to Double H are able to come to an environment where they're just like everybody else. And I think that what's so cool about that is the more time they spend together, I hope and I think that they realize they're more just like everybody else everywhere than they can even imagine.
Nora just makes me happy and we have a bunch of fun, and I'm just gonna have to like wait until next year to have a bunch of fun with her, and I just love being around her.
I think you're definitely gonna miss my hugs.
I am gonna miss her hugs. I love her hugs.
Double H, no doubt, changes lives. You know, it makes people stronger. It makes people see life a little bit clearer. You know, through those darkest days, it illuminates what matters most in this world. And that's the people, and that's the people around you. It's the love that you feel when you're around people that support you and care for you and accept you for who you are. And I think those are the ways that Double H truly can change lives.
As Paul Newman said when he brought this camp to people, camp is a place where you can get a little crazy, you can have a little fun, and you can raise a little hell.
It's so energizing to know that a place like this exists where people can honestly be happy even just for a few days without anything really dragging on them. Yeah, that definitely carries me through year to year.